Ready? Oh, hey. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is the second week of Epic. Epic is what we're going through this month. In Sunday school, we are learning about the epic adventures of God's people while they're wandering in the wilderness. Now, this is 3,000 years ago, and in all fairness, the trip is pretty much over with. I'm Mike Warner, and I'm the 4th and 5th grade large group teacher here at Hope Lutheran Church in Greece, New York. Actually, the Israelites have been wandering the wilderness for 40 years. It's at the end of the journey, and they are now on the eastern bank of the Jordan River. And they are looking down in to the land across the river. Now, this is the land that God promised them, and they're waiting for God so they can cross the river into the promised land. I say the promised land. What's a promised land look to you? What would it be like? I don't know. Would a promised land be like, I don't know, Disney World? Maybe it would be, how about Seabreeze on a great summer's day? How about an Abbott's ice cream shop right in your living room? That'd be pretty good. Or how about a whole room full of chocolate pudding? That would be my promised land, I'm pretty sure. Well, God's people come to the edge of the land that God promised them. The land is called Canaan. So, Moses, Miss Becky, Moses is in front of the tabernacle. This is the tabernacle where God lives, and Moses is talking to God, and he says, what do we do now? God actually spoke to Moses and said, this is what I want you to do. I want you to send spies into the land of Canaan in order to find out what's it like. What is the land like? What are the people like? How do they live? And to bring back some of the fruit. I know what this is all about. I spent time in the army, and you never went into an area before you knew what it was all about. So, he took one person from each one of the 12 tribes to send them forth into Canaan as spies. They went in to check out the people. The cities, the farms, the orchards, the vineyard. The vineyards. When they went into the land and they checked things out, they found all sorts of fruit. Miss Becky, can we get a shot of this? Is that okay?
Yeah.
And they found grapes. They found pomegranates. Well, it's actually an apple, but I didn't have a pomegranate. And dates and figs. And they brought them all back and said, the land is very fruitful. There was lots of stuff there. They carried them back to their own people across the Jordan River. The 12 stood before Moses, and they gave the report to Moses and the people. The land is indeed full of fruit, the spies reported. It flows with milk and honey. That means that the land was full of all sorts of good things. But, the spies said, the people are very powerful. The cities are strong and they're large. And two of the spies, that would be Caleb and Joshua, spoke up. No, we should go in and we can take over the land. We can do it. The other spies argued, no, the people are too powerful. We would surely lose. They are giants compared to us. Caleb and Joshua trusted God. They knew God promised they would live in this wonderful land. They continued to try to convince the people to trust God and go where they had been sent. Well, sometimes things worry us and scare us, things we don't know about. Most of the spies were afraid to move into the promised land because they were afraid of the people there. Have you ever been afraid of something or someone? Sometimes we get worried about people who are different from us. Have you ever been worried about someone just because they were different? Well, worry can really hang us up. God tells us not to worry. I'm going to cut to the book of Matthew, chapter 6. And Mom and Dad, this is chapter 6, verses 25 to 34. And God is telling us, therefore I tell you, don't worry about your life, what you eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Isn't life more than food, and isn't your body more than clothes? Hey, look at the birds. They don't plant anything. They don't harvest anything. They don't store food in barns, do they? And yet God feeds them? Are you not more valuable than they are? Can one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And why do you worry about clothes? See the flowers in the fields, how they grow? They don't work at making clothes. Yet not even Solomon in all of his splendor was dressed like a beautiful rose. If that's how God clothes the grass of the field and the flowers, which is here today and tomorrow is gone, will he not clothe you better than them? Have faith. So don't worry. Don't be saying, oh, what are we going to eat for lunch? Or what are we going to drink today? Or what kind of clothes should we wear? Your Heavenly Father knows that you need them. But first seek His kingdom and the righteousness of God, that's being close to God, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, Miss Becky, God tells us, do not worry about tomorrow. Let tomorrow worry about itself.